So, let's just cut to the chase. The biggest question on everyone's mind about AI is this: is it going to make all of our jobs obsolete? It's a huge, honestly kind of terrifying question, and the whole debate around it is just getting louder and more confusing by the day.
Right now, it feels like you've got two camps, and they're both screaming. On one side, you have the doomers, who are absolutely convinced that mass unemployment is right around the corner. And on the other side, you've got the skeptics, who are basically yawning and saying, it's all just hype. Nothing's really going to change.
But here's the thing. What if they're both missing the point? History tells us that massive technological shifts don't just destroy things, they transform them. And maybe the best way to really get our heads around this is with a strange, counterintuitive story, the story of the radiologists.
So check this out. Back in 2016, you have Jeffrey Hinton. I mean, this guy is literally one of the godfathers of modern AI, making a prediction. And his logic was flawless. He said, look, AI is getting so good at reading medical scans, it's going to be better than humans. We should probably just stop training radiologists right now. Makes sense, right?
Except, that's not what happened. At all. In fact, it was the complete opposite. Fast forward to today, nearly a decade later, and demand for radiologists isn't just fine. It's at an all-time high. And this is happening even as AI tools that read scans better and faster than humans are becoming more common. So what on earth is going on here? Understanding why that prediction failed so spectacularly is the whole key. Now, sure, there are some industry-specific reasons, like insurance rules and stuff, but the real answer is hiding in a deep economic principle, one that totally flips the script on how we should think about technology and our jobs. Okay, so here's the twist. Instead of replacing radiologists, the AI tools basically gave them superpowers. It made analyzing scans way cheaper and faster. And what happens when something gets cheaper and faster? You do more of it. Suddenly we were doing more scans, which created even more demand for the one thing the AI couldn't do, the complex human-level diagnosis and patient planning that only a radiologist can provide. And believe it or not, there's a name for this crazy phenomenon. It's called Jevons Paradox. It's this old idea from the 1800s that says, when technology makes using a resource more efficient, our total consumption of that resource often goes up, not down. It's like the efficiency unlocks this hidden, pent-up demand that no one even knew was there. The classic example, the one where they first spotted this, was with coal and steam engines. They invented a much more efficient engine and everyone thought, great, we'll use less coal. But the opposite happened. Energy became so cheap that people invented all these new ways to use it, in factories, trains, you name it. And pretty soon, they were burning more coal than ever before. And here's where it gets really interesting. This wasn't some one-off thing with coal. It's a pattern that shows up again and again and again with pretty much every major technological leap we've ever made. I mean, think about containerization back in the 60s. It made shipping something like 90% cheaper. Did it kill jobs? Well, sure, some dock worker jobs changed, but what it really did was unleash an explosion of global trade, creating entire new empires in logistics and warehousing. Or a more recent one, cloud computing. It made setting up servers like 10 times cheaper. And did we fire all the IT guys? No. Their jobs just got refactored. The old school server admin became a DevOps engineer or a cloud architect, managing systems at a scale that was totally unthinkable before. And you want to see this happening in real time? Just look at AI itself. The better the algorithms get, the cheaper it is to run an AI model. That's a process called inference. And as that gets cheaper, what happens? Demand for the hardware that runs it, GPUs, goes absolutely nuclear. Just look at NVIDIA's stock. Aaron Levy from Box really nails it with this quote. When something gets cheaper to do, we just end up wanting more of it. So as AI makes it cheaper to do things like draft legal documents or write code, you can expect the demand for the human experts, the lawyers, and the senior engineers to actually go up, not down. Okay, so what does this all mean for your job? For the future of work? Well, it means we need to stop thinking about jobs just disappearing. They're not going to vanish. They're going to get refactored. And this, right here, is probably the most important idea in this whole thing. The future isn't job elimination, it's job refactoring. AI isn't an eraser, it's a tool that's going to reshape what we do from the ground up. So what's a refactored job even look like? Well, instead of doing the boring, repetitive stuff,
We humans get to move up the food chain. Our new job becomes supervising teams of AIs, managing the overall workflow, and focusing our brains on the really hard, creative, strategic problems that AI can't touch. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Andrej Karpathy, one of the key guys from OpenAI, says the exact same thing. He argues that even a job like customer service, which seems totally automatable, is just going to be refactored. The humans will become the managers, the supervisors of all the AIs doing the frontline work. And this isn't some far-off future. It's happening right now. Look at these companies. Ayoka has an AI sales agent handling routine calls, which frees up the human reps to focus on the really big, valuable deals. Or Tenor, which is automating all that awful healthcare paperwork. The admin's job goes from soul-crushing data entry to actually helping with patient care. The boring job becomes a much more interesting job.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. If you're wondering what to do with all this information, the big takeaway is this. It's time to stop being scared and start seeing the opportunity here.
First things first, let's be absolutely clear. This AI transformation is the real deal. It is happening right now, as we speak. Brushing it off as hype is a massive, massive mistake. You do not want to be the Paul Krugman of this generation. You know, the Nobel Prize-winning economist who, back in 1998, famously said the internet would have about as much impact as the fax machine. Oof. That one did not age well. But on the flip side, this is also not the time to curl up in a ball and give in to the doomer fantasy that we're all finished. This is not the time to sit back and wait for your universal basic income check to arrive. It's time to build. Look, what we're seeing is the birth of the next internet. It's that big. And right now, its foundations are being built by people who are diving in and figuring it out. So the only real question left to ask is, what part are you going to play?